Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. F-15 Strike Eagle. So this is a game about planes or birds? And the answer is planes. The F-15 Strike Eagle, originally developed by McConnell Douglas, is a fighter jet created in 1986 and still seeing use today. But that's enough talking about real-life war stuff. Let's get to a more interesting discussion. Video games. F-15 Strike Eagle began all the way back on the 8-bit Atari systems, and was an early example of a combat flight simulator game, attempting a slightly more realistic approach to flying a fighter jet. The genre dates back to the 70s, so it's been around a while, but F-15 Strike Eagle was one of the more prolific ones, being released for a wide assortment of old computers as well as arcade, NES, Game Boy, and Game Gear. But you can't talk about this game without talking about the name behind it, Sid Meier. Considered one of the most influential names in the world of gaming, Sid built his name by founding Microprose and creating a series of excellent flying simulators before branching out into other popular games such as Sid Meier's Pirates, Alpha Centauri, and of course the legendary Civilization series. He's also responsible for founding Firaxis, who would go on to bring XCOM back to the mainstream with an excellent remake, from which I'm forever grateful because XCOM is the greatest game ever. But all that said, a flight sim on the Game Boy? I'm a little skeptical. They kept it uncomplicated on the cover, a shot of the Strike Eagle itself flying on a lovely moonlit night. Also, the world's hottest jet fighter? I'll be the judge of that, Mr. Meier. How does one do a flight sim on the Game Boy anyway? Check your, yaw angle as we check out F-15 Strike Eagle. Oh, we're just right into it. F-15 Strike Eagle. That is a nice looking plane. Kinda. The missiles on the right side are kinda looking like blobs. Well, let's do this. Start game. I have unfortunately not saved a pilot. They're all dead. Airman Pilot Ace. Guessing that's difficult. We should probably start with easy because I am terrible at flight sims. Oh! Oh, you can choose your level. I can kinda tell what's going on? How about the Ashlam Coast? Oh, top secret. Wait, what? This one. Top secret, okay. How about Pokhara? Top secret. How about Mesnia? Okay, so you can't actually choose your level. Primary target is the bunkers, then the air base, then the chemical plant. Okay, but how do I airplane? Let's enter the cockpit. Surprisingly well animated. Oh god. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, there's so much to consider. Oh god. Are those good? Are those bad? What? What's happening? Okay. Time out. What is this screen? Whoa, god. Okay, we have so much to talk about. Oh, I think I shot something. Okay, so you hold A to shoot. B was lock onto with missile. Where am I? I'm there. What am I looking for? That. It's a... The nicest thing I'm going to say right now is it's a valiant effort. Oh, I blew something up. Sure hope that was a bad guy. Okay, I think I can turn left and right. It's a little hard to tell. Oh! My HDG is out of control, and my Mao Eckham is weird. So... Fun fact, I tried to open up a walkthrough before we started the game. There's no walkthrough available. I'm guessing there's maybe something in like a manual somewhere. I mean, I'll say this, the game looks pretty decent, considering, you know, I was really expecting a flight sim to look bad. So there's my speed, there's my altitude. What? There's more beeping. Oh god, what happened? What? Why? Who? Where? Why? Okay, we're dead, I guess. Where's the manual? I can't find the manual, but I can find the manual for the NES version, which should be hopefully kind of similar. Oh, wow. Yeah, they go super in-depth. Oh, man, this is a huge manual. Oh, my god. Let's just go try that again, shall we? So the problem is, it's like occurring to me right now, I have no idea if I'm above like water or ground. And that's kind of a problem because we're looking for ground-based stuff, aren't we? It looks like the Swood Mav and Ecom down in the bottom left of the screen. There's something I don't need to concern myself with. Look, most parts of the airplane you can just sort of... What? Okay, what happened there? Something tells me I probably crashed directly into the ground. Alright, well, first thing I know is that if I head straight forward, I run into one of the carrier ships, which tells me I'm above the ocean right now. Yep, fire missile. Oh, the slowdown. Alright, let's pull up and turn to the left. Or right. Okay, let's go straight ahead. There seems to be something straight down. Like, the game's not awful by any means. I'm actually a little into it. The problem is there's just... Why? What? Why? Okay, I think it's my altitude that I keep screwing up. But yeah, I don't dislike the game by any means. It's just... There's so much to consider. That's the problem. That's why I never got into flight simulators. There's just so much going on at all times. Okay, so the manual said the IR part should light up if there's missiles at me. Well, very clearly those missiles were coming at me and it didn't light up, so I don't know. Yeah, this is one of those you absolutely need the manual kind of games. This time I'm paying close attention to my altitude. I am 5,600 feet above sea level. I sure hope all these people I'm blowing up are the bad guys. Oh, that's a thing I need to blow up. There it is. Boom. Okay. I'm starting to get the hang of the game a bit. Yeah, it's functional. It works. It doesn't look amazing, but it certainly looks better than I would expect for the Game Boy. I guess if you're looking for kind of a pared down, simple flight simulator, this is the way to go. But that's also kind of the weird thing, is that don't people usually play flight simulators because they want that complexity? I don't know, I think this is kind of an odd game. But if you like flight simulators, you can grab this one. And now, of course, there's only one thing left to do. Eject. You bailed out and were picked up by Air Force Search and Rescue. There's no cutscene? Oh, that's disappointing. See, this is exactly why I tend to stick with coach instead of, you know, pilot. Flight simulators are a genre I've never really gotten into, so I'm not going to be able to judge the game on how well it holds up in that regard. I'll have to look at it from a different, more general perspective, but when we look at the game from that angle, it's still a little unclear. See, on one hand, the game ran surprisingly well for the scaled-down hardware. There was a decent sense of speed and movement, and the slowdown was minimal, which is pretty impressive given how much was going on. Plus, the game manages to give you all the information you need between your stats and the map, so everything is there for a fun game. But we do run into a big problem. There's a lot going on in this game. Now, that's par for the course for a flight simulator, but without much tutorializing or even easing you into the game with a basic mission or two, you're kinda left struggling as you figure out how the heck to actually play the game. I guess that's why manuals exist, but even then I imagine it would take a good number of tries before you get the hang of the game. While that definitely hurt the game, it didn't outright make it bad, as with a few attempts I was picking up on the mechanics. It's just, it wasn't really enough to feel like I had a handle on the overall game mechanics. So, if you do want to play this game, expect to have to put a bit of work in. It's not bad by any means, but it is a game where you're gonna definitely need the manual to get ahead. And whatever you do, don't bail out. Man, how did they not put in an eject animation? That's so disappointing. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm Brian J, and I'll see you next time.